Hello, my name is Gabriele and I work at the Bishop School of Music, and today I would just like to answer a couple of questions. One of the first questions I often get asked is by parents, and how can they help their kids to study? So what I'd like to say is just encouraging your child to practice is just already a great start. They don't need to be forced to do it, as I think it's quite important to always recognize that to practice, it's just important to be able to be focused. And it's right, maybe one day they just are too tired from school or from other activities. It's alright to just say, maybe we can practice another day. It's less about the amount of time that they practice. Well, there's always a certain amount of time that should be added. It always depends on the grade itself. I also think that it's really great for parents to encourage their children to ask questions about music, about what they're learning, maybe even asking about what notes some of them are, or maybe about rhythm, or just showing general interest. I think it's just a great way to show a child that this is all really interesting information and more people than just them want to learn it. Another good question I get asked is, how do we incorporate technology into our teaching? Which we have quite a couple of ways to do it, but one of the best ones is while preparing for their Royal School of London exam, kids have access to a platform where they can find recordings of the tunes or pieces that they're playing. But another really good thing about it is that they get to view it in a visual aspect as they play, because there is a line that shows them where they're playing live. I think this is just a really good way to get used to beginners to just follow along where they are playing, as it can take a bit of time to get used to those changes, particularly with piano when you need to glance up and down. So that can be quite a helpful thing. Another way that I really like to encourage usage of technology is by offering games for beginners. There's quite a lot of games you can find to help with note reading, remembering rhythm, or just learning certain terminology. I think it presents it in a bit more fun way that's less stressful. I always encourage a lot of my own students to just try and see, maybe that can really encourage them to remember these things. Then I often also get asked about a success story of a student, but what I would like to share is rather a story about one student. I like to share what I believe is a true success story for any student really. It's to see them show an interest in piano, in just music in general, more than their exam criteria. Nothing brings me more joy than a student coming to me with questions, or maybe telling me that there's this song or tune that they heard of and they really want to learn it. I think it's just a wonderful thing to see, as it shows me that this journey can continue on for many more years, which is something I always strive for any really student. The reason why I chose Bishop School of Music is because I believe that we both share goals in this. It's a very warm and welcoming environment, which I believe is very essential, as we do have students ranging from 5 years old as well into adulthood. And I think it's quite important to have a warm and welcoming atmosphere, as sometimes it can be quite daunting to start that type of journey, especially when you're a bit older. I also believe that we share the same views on incorporating technology into the teaching methods. I think it's a very great place to study and learn, and I hope that everyone gives it a try.